Alright, back with another video. So this video I've been kind of anticipating and wondering when I would be doing this video. I've mentioned in my other videos that I'm going to be moving to a new home. Therefore we're going to be starting a new garden. So we just got word today. We got the green light to move into this other house, or get the paperwork in the final stages of moving into this house. It's looking like July 11th is when we can move in, or around that date, possibly a little bit sooner. So now the game plan is, what am I going to take with me and how I'm going to do it. I'm going to be taking a lot of stuff out of the garden that I'm going to be using on the new garden. I'm really excited for this, so let's take a look and I'm going to run through what I'm going to be doing. Alright, so first of all, with what I'm going to be moving, the hopes are that when we are moving our other sheds, we're going to see about moving this one, and I'm pretty sure that we can get it moved. When I built it really sturdy. Never thought we'd be moving it, but we're going to be having some moving companies coming out that move these types of things. And we're going to also be having this shed moved. And then we're going to have another one over here. This little shed. So we have a few sheds we have to have moved. And one in the back that we started building, but we held off on, knowing that we're going to be moving. So it's going to be really interesting. We're going to be laying out the backyard once we get the keys, and we'll set into motion where we're going to put these, where we're going to put the greenhouse. I'm thinking the greenhouse is going to be the center of the garden at the new place, and everything will be around it. And so what I want to take out of the garden is, let's take a look. I walk through. So I have four archways in this garden, 4 T-posts on each one. I'm going to be taking these down, and I'm going to be taking all of these T-posts up the other archway. And reason we're moving is because we live at a 4-way stop right now out in Nampa, Idaho, in the country. And this area is developing. They're starting to build homes around this area. Right down the road they just built 2 housing developments, and they're going to be putting a roundabout at this intersection. So in doing so, they're going to be taking a huge amount of land. It came out to about 3/4 of an acre they'd be taking, not leaving us with much land to work with, and just the hassle of all the traffic coming here. So we made a deal with the county, and they're buying us out. Actually, we didn't think it happened, but it is. And so we're really excited about that. It worked in our favor. So they're going to probably be demolishing most of the garden in that process. So I'm taking the T-posts out of here. Be taking all these T-posts to make my fences at the new home for my other plants, and I'm going to be making a big dog enclosure for Galaxy. And we're going to be having a big raspberry run on some of the fence. So I'm going to be uprooting a bunch of our raspberry starts to take with us. I'm going to shoot to get around 30 of those. We're going to be doing a really big stretch. This whole back plant right here is all raspberries, and we love them. So I'm going to be doing something probably this big, even probably a little bit bigger. So I'm going to dig up as many of these as I can. Let's actually take a look. This video might go a minute, but that's okay. It's getting ready to move, so I want to kind of go everything, and then it'll be really cool to look at later. So as you can see, there's a small raspberry start plants all around here, and this is our main one that we planted 3 years ago when we first moved here, and it got huge. This is about 45-50 feet long, So I'm thinking we're going to do something similar, probably double in size, to just get mass amounts of raspberries for the year. And we're also going to be doing blackberries and strawberries and blueberries. So let's take a look over here. Alright, so this is my strawberry patch. I did a lot of work in planting strawberries the last few years in this, getting it to this size. And I have about 20 strawberry plants in the greenhouse that I kept from starts from these ones that I'm going to be transferring to the new garden. And I'm going to give a shot at seeing how hard it is to dig these up. And if I can, I'm probably going to dig up this whole thing. It's about 10 feet by 5 feet. It's pretty big, but with some good shovel work and a bunch of 5-gallon buckets, if I'm able to dig these up, or as many as possible, I'm going to do it, because there's the perfect spot at the new house to do so, and I can continue getting it growing bigger and bigger, and striving for just a really big strawberry patches. I really like strawberries. And that brings us over to here. This is where I have the peppers going, tomatillos, and then back there I got the Roma tomatoes. I have about 40 of those plants. So I'm gonna dig up some of these tomatillos and peppers, and I'm gonna be taking some of these with us. And if I don't plant them there, I'll at least keep them in the 5-gallon buckets and maybe try to overwinter some of them. But I'm going to be digging up a few of them, and then I'm really just going to let these go. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but they're going to be demolishing all this property after the county buys it. So, and once we're out of here, we're thinking within 30 days. I'm not going to be watering any of this, sadly. I'm just going to be letting it go. And it's heartbreaking. I put a lot of effort into it, but as you can tell, and as I've mentioned in my other videos, I held back on planting a lot of stuff through here. Once I found out we were going to be moving, I haven't been doing a bunch more work in here. So I'm going to be taking the strawberries, raspberries, and some tomatoes and tomatillos, and then within 30 days, maybe 45 at the most, this will probably be all dried up. Let's take a look in the greenhouse. Alright, so in the greenhouse, these are my strawberries I have been holding on to plant the new place. I've got some pots with peppers in them, and I'm going to be bringing these with us. Some of them are really little, but I'm going to be bringing these pots all with us. I've got blueberries, and I have peppers in this one, and I'm growing one of my favorite vining flowers, passion flowers, and they're really starting to go kicking right now. And I actually started getting a bunch of sprouts from the passion flowers in this pot from last year, and transplanted some of them over to here, and they are taking off really awesome, really great. Passion flowers are kind of a delicate flower. They like the heat, and I'm going to be growing as many of these as I can because I really like them, and the ultimate goal is to start growing enough plants to sell them locally and have a little side hustle going. So I'll be taking as many plants with me as I can, and then when we do get to the new place, this greenhouse is kind of going to be more for bonsai plants and specialty plants that I'm going to be having for myself and possibly for others. I'm also going to be taking with us a lot of the honeysuckle vines and wisteria vines. I'm going to be doing a lot of the fences over there in some areas with those. So we're going to be starting off really good, going in there with a bunch of plants. It's already got a lot of landscaping going on right now, so it's just going to be adding to the awesomeness. Now, which brings me to show the sunflowers that are growing in here. They've just been getting out of control. They're hitting underneath of this. It's like a tunnel of giant sunflowers. This one I pruned all of the big leaves off to promote growth. This giant sunflower right here I've measured from the ground and it's just over 14 feet. Let's take a look outside. Alright, so check it out. This is what I had envisioned and hoped to be able to do. Get a sunflower big enough in the greenhouse to grow it out the top of the greenhouse. And it did, and it actually looks today like it even grew a little bit taller. This one from the ground up is just over 14 feet now. And this one over here is just got a bouquet of flowers growing at the top. There's like 20 plus flowers on there. And that's not to mention all of the flowers that I just showed you inside of the greenhouse. This one right here, for me, is my all-time, one of my all-time top 3 most favorite sunflowers. The variety that it grew, how it grew ones out of each little node, it's just awesome. There's like 50 plus flowers on that one alone. So super cool. This video kind of went on a little long, so I'm gonna leave it at this spot. Next video will be when I've done some demolition and pulled up a bunch of the T-posts and started stacking up, getting things ready to move. Thanks for watching.